In this video, we are looking at writing expressions. Okay, so we'll be looking at word forms and basically sentences, things that represent actual mathematical expressions, and we will be writing them. So we're going to start with a few numerical expressions before moving on to algebraic expressions. So this first one here, it says 8 fewer than 21. Okay, so this fewer than, we know that that's less, right? So we have 8 fewer than 21. So we want to subtract. Now it's important here that we realize this order is actually going to be the opposite of how it's written. Because if we have 8 fewer than 21, that means we're taking 21 and subtracting 8, right? We know that 8 fewer than 21 would be 13. So when we see this fewer than or more than, we're really going to flip the order of our numbers here. So the 21 is first and the 8 is second here. So 8 fewer than 21 would be 21 minus 8. The next one, we have the product of 30 and 9. We know that the product is the result of multiplication. So this would be 30 times 9. Okay, now we're going to get into some algebraic expressions. So this one says 14 more than a number x. So again, when we have more than, we're going to flip the order here, right? So we start with a number x, and we want 14 more than that. X plus 14. And this is what is represented by 14 more than a number x. Okay, this next one, a number y minus 75. That one's a little easier for us. We start with a number y, and we're subtracting 75. The quotient of 3 and a number z. So this one, we know that the quotient is the result of division. And we're going to stick with the order here. The quotient of 3 and a number z, so that would be 3 divided by z. We could also write that as 3 divided by z. Finally, a word problem for us here. The length of Interstate 90 from the west coast to the east coast is 153.5 miles more than 2 times the length of Interstate 15. Write an expression to represent this. Okay, so we need to think about this one because we have 153.5 miles more than, but it's more than 2 times the length of Interstate 15. So if we were to use a variable, let's just use n to represent the length of Interstate 15. We know that we could multiply that by 2, and then the length of I-90, Interstate 90, is 153.5 miles more than that. So 2n plus an additional 153.5 miles, and that would give us the length of Interstate 90.